I do not sleep. I sit up in the bed of moss and starflowers with the poisoned goblet on the table across the room, glowing softly in the dark like a small, patient murder. And I wait for morning in a world that has too many moons and no dawn I recognize. When the king comes at first light, and he comes himself, not a servant, I do not soften it. I point to the goblet. Someone tried to kill me last night. A servant girl brought me wine. Under the glamour, there was poison. Enough, I think, to stop even a Fae heart. I didn't drink it. And I watch something move through the King of Thorns that frightens me more than the poison did. He goes very, very still, and the temperature in the room drops, and the white blossoms on the briars around my bed curl shut as if from frost. When he speaks, his voice is soft, and there is nothing soft in it. In my own court, under my own protection, on your first night. A pause. Someone is going to answer for this. Slowly. You believe me, I say. I don't mean to say it. It just comes out small and surprised, because no one in 18 years has simply believed me. Of course I believe you, he says, and looks at me like the question is strange. You cannot lie to me here. No one can. And besides, he stops himself and something guarded closes over his face. Besides, I would know. There is a court gathering at midday, he says, the whole of the Thorn Court, to look upon the mortal their king has brought home. I would spare you it if I could. I cannot. If I hide you, they will decide you are prey. You must be seen, and you must not flinch. I have spent my whole life being seen and flinching, I whisper. A little, he agrees, almost gently, but not, I think, anymore. So at midday they dress me in a gown of gray silk and starlight that some silent handmaid laces up my spine, and they walk me into the great throne hall of the Court of Thorns, and every immortal in fairy, it seems, turns to watch the tithe walk in. The hall is vast and dim and beautiful, black stone floors worn smooth by 1,000 years of dancing feet, thorns climbing every pillar. The king sits on a throne of black briar at the far end, and the walk to him is long, and I make it alone, past hundreds of cold and lovely faces, and I do not flinch. I think of Marin. I think of the cold floors of my village. I have walked longer walks than this, past crueler eyes. And of course she is waiting, halfway up the hall, positioned so I cannot pass without passing her. Lady Serene, in frost white and diamonds. Look how it walks, she says, pitched to Carrie, almost like it thinks it belongs. A ripple of cold laughter. Tell me, little tithe, when he tires of you, and he will, they always do you know what happens to the warm things this court is finished with? And the shame comes. It always comes. 18 years of being the thing the village couldn't wait to be rid of, all of it rising up my throat at once, and my eyes sting, and for one terrible moment I am small again. I am nothing again. I am the girl they gave away without a tear. And the grief crests, and something in me that has been waking since I crossed the veil simply Let's go. It does not feel like rage. That is the strange thing. It feels like grief given somewhere to go. The heat pours down my arms and out through the soles of my bare feet into the ancient stone, and the whole hall gasps, because the black floor of the court of thorns, the stone that has known nothing but frost and dancing for 1,000 years, splits into 1,000 hairline cracks, and out of every crack, green. Vines, shoots, buds, and then blossoms, white and gold and impossible, unrolling across the floor of the immortal court in a spreading tide, climbing the pillars, opening around Serene's diamond slippers until she steps back and back, her perfect composure cracking like the stone. 1,000 years of black stone, and I have made it a meadow, and I did not even mean to. The hall goes utterly, perfectly silent. Hundreds of immortals, the cruelest, beautiful things in all the worlds, staring at a mortal girl standing knee-deep in flowers she grew from grief. And I look up the length of the hall to the throne, to the King of Thorns, and he is on his feet. He has come off his throne of black briar, and he is staring at me across the flowering hall, and his face, his cold, controlled, ancient face, has come completely undone. He looks at me the way you look at someone you buried. He looks at me like a man seeing a ghost he dug the grave for himself. And his lips move, and though he is far away, in the silence I hear it. "It's not possible," he breathes. "You died. I watched them carry the last of you into the fire. I have mourned your kind for 1,000 years. "My kind?" I whisper back across the silent, flowering hall. But he does not answer, because Serene is staring at the flowers, and then at me, and then at the king's undone face, and I watch the fear leave her eyes, and something far worse take its place. Calculation, understanding, a door opening behind her eyes. She knows something. She knows what I am, what the flowers mean, what the king's face means. And she knows it before I do. And whatever it is, she has just decided it is worth more than my life. I came into this court a snack the king decided to keep. I am walking out of it something that made 1,000-year court fall silent. And I still do not know what I am. But I am going to find out before someone in this beautiful, terrible place uses it to bury me for good.